I have decided, after lots of trials and tribulations with this problem myself, that writer's block is fake. And what I mean by that is, what you call writer's block, the inability to get a train of thought moving, the inability to get something down on paper that is good and worthwhile and can be used for the creative process of whatever the thing is, that is less of some magical blockage in your mind that prevents you from getting the words down on the paper. And what it actually is not being able to break through the distractions that let you put pen to paper or hands to the keyboard, whatever. What I was calling writer's block for a long time was me not being able to focus, me wanting to write, but then Twitter's right there, or YouTube is right there, and it's really easy just to click off of the document and start, watching a video about the topic that I want to write about, watching videos about something that just happens to pop up in the suggested feed, just scrolling on Twitter and watching whatever random things come across that feed. In reality, as soon as you decide I am going to write and then start writing, no matter how bad, no matter how useless what you have written down is, as you start that progress, it always continues to get better. And if you actually just decide to start writing, you will eventually write something out that'll be of use to you. So writer's block, in the sense that you have the inability to write, is not a thing. As soon as you decide to start writing, you will write, and you might just be writing gibberish. You might just be writing whatever thought comes to your mind, but as long as you keep writing, you will continue to write. And then eventually, similar to a kayak in a river that's stuck on rocks, if you've ever been on a river before, kayaking, tubing, canoeing, you'll get kind of stuck in a shallow part, you're scraping the ground, and you kind of got to shift. You got to shift and move and slowly push yourself so that the current can eventually take over, and then you get into deeper waters and you start flowing. That's kind of how the writing process works, in the sense that you just need to literally go through the motion of putting the pen to the paper, of putting your hands to the keys, and you need to do that until you actually start hitting the stream, the flow of the river. And that's not even necessarily like the perfect flow state where the words are just pouring out. That is even just like getting any momentum whatsoever. But the idea that you somehow cannot start that process is ridiculous. And in reality, if you're having writer's block or some sort of creative block that's preventing you from working, chances are you're just distracted and you are not letting yourself just get started, and you continuously get redirected. You're looking at this, you're looking at that, you're not paying attention to what you should be paying attention. And as soon as you force yourself to, like I said, no matter what, you can always put words down, even if they're not any good. So that has been what I have decided to be the case, what I've figured out after a year, more or less, of wanting to writing things, not getting what I want out of my writing, this, that, and the other. No matter how slow the process is, if you just keep writing, you're going to get what you want eventually. You're going to finally have written enough, have thought enough that you can clarify everything and put it together in a way that makes sense, that you actually want to put it out. But that's just a grinding process that it takes. And you might not be willing to go through that. So that is my piece of learning for today.